Have you ever met someone who doesn't talk much, but when they do, everyone listens? Someone who doesn't show off intelligence, yet somehow always makes the smartest decisions? Here's something most people don't realize. High IQ people don't look intelligent. They don't walk around solving math equations in public. They don't constantly correct others. In fact, many of them go unnoticed. Because intelligence is not about how much you know. It's about how you think, how you behave, and what habits quietly run your life. Today, we're not talking about grades, degrees, or talent. We're talking about habits. The daily, invisible behaviors that high IQ people practice without even realizing it. And here's the interesting part. If habits create intelligence, then intelligence is not something you're born with, it's something you build. So in this video, you'll discover 10 powerful habits of high IQ people. Some of these habits may surprise you. Some may make you uncomfortable. And some you might already be doing without knowing why. Watch till the end, because the final habit changes how intelligent people see life itself. Let's begin. Habit number 1. They question everything. High IQ people don't accept information at face value. When they hear something, their first reaction is not, "Oh, that must be true." Their reaction is, "Why? Why does this work? Why do people believe this? What's the evidence? Who benefits from this idea?" They don't blindly follow trends. They don't accept opinions just because they're popular. This doesn't mean they are negative or arrogant. It means their brain is trained to analyze, not absorb. While others ask, "What should I think?" high IQ people ask, "What makes sense?" This habit protects them from manipulation, fake motivation, and emotional decisions. And the best part? You don't need to be smart to start questioning. You become smart by questioning. Habit number 2. They are comfortable with being alone. Most people fear silence. They fear being alone with their thoughts. High IQ people, they value it. They understand that clarity comes from quiet. Being alone allows them to think deeply, process emotions, connect ideas, reflect on mistakes. They don't depend on constant entertainment or validation. That's why you'll often find intelligent people enjoying long walks, late-night thinking, reading alone, working in silence. They know that creativity is born when the noise disappears. Solitude is not loneliness for them. It's mental freedom. Habit number 3. They admit when they don't know. Here's a brutal truth. Low intelligence tries to look smart. High intelligence tries to learn. High IQ people are not afraid to say, "I don't know," because their ego is not tied to being right. They understand that pretending to know blocks growth. But admitting ignorance opens the door to learning. That's why they ask better questions. That's why they learn faster. That's why they improve consistently. If you want to spot real intelligence, listen for the words. Let me learn more about that. Habit number 4. They think in systems, not shortcuts. Most people want quick results, quick success, quick motivation. High IQ people think long-term. They don't ask, "How can I win today?" They ask, "How does this work over time?" They build systems instead of chasing hacks. For example, instead of motivation, they build discipline. Instead of luck, they build skill. Instead of quick money, they build value. This habit makes them calm under pressure, because they trust the process, not emotion. Habit number 5. They observe more than they speak. High IQ people talk less but notice more. While others are busy expressing opinions, they are silently studying body language, patterns, reactions, human behavior. They listen not just to words, but to tone, timing, and intent. This makes them emotionally intelligent. They understand people without needing explanations. That's why they often respond thoughtfully instead of instantly. They know silence is not emptiness. It's information. Habit number 6. They control emotional reactions. Intelligence is not about never feeling emotions. It's about not being controlled by them. High IQ people pause before reacting. They don't let anger make decisions. They don't let ego ruin opportunities. They don't let temporary feelings cause permanent damage. When something goes wrong, they ask, what's the smartest response here? Not the loudest, not the most emotional, the smartest. This habit alone puts them ahead of most people in life. Habit number 7. They read and learn constantly. High IQ people are lifelong learners. They don't stop learning after school or college. They understand that the world keeps changing, so must the mind. They read books. They watch meaningful content. They study psychology, philosophy, science, and human behavior, not to impress others, but to understand life better. They treat learning like food for the brain, daily, essential. Habit number 8. They simplify complex things. True intelligence is not about making things complicated. It's about making them simple. High IQ people can explain difficult ideas in easy words. They focus on clarity, not complexity, because they truly understand the subject. If someone uses big words to sound smart, they may be hiding confusion. If someone explains simply, they have mastered the concept. Clarity is the signature of intelligence. Non-negotiable. Habit number 9. They adapt quickly to change. The world changes fast. High IQ people don't resist change. They adapt. They update beliefs when facts change. They adjust strategies when reality demands it. They don't say, this is how I've always done it. They say, what works now? This flexibility keeps them relevant, calm, and ahead. Rigid minds break under pressure. Flexible minds evolve. Habit number 10. They think about life deeply. This is the most powerful habit. High IQ people reflect. They think about meaning, purpose, time, mortality, impact. They don't just live on autopilot. They ask, what kind of life am I building? What will matter in the end? Am I growing, or just repeating days? This habit gives them wisdom, not just intelligence. And wisdom is what turns knowledge into a meaningful life. Powerful and reflective ending. If you noticed carefully, none of these habits require talent. They require awareness. High IQ is not a gift. It's a direction. Every question you ask, every emotion you control, every moment you choose thinking over reacting, you're training your mind. So the real question is not, am I intelligent? The real question is, what habits am I practicing every day? Because in the end, your habits don't just shape your intelligence. They shape your entire life.